Death by exploding toilet in Brazil 2014. A man trying to unclog his toilet with an air pressure device got more than he bargained for. The force caused the toilet to explode, sending sharp ceramic shards flying. One pierced his abdomen, fatally injuring him. A tragic reminder that sometimes a plunger is the best tool for the job. Cow falling through the roof in Brazil 2013. A man was sleeping peacefully when a 1,500-pound cow crashed through his roof. Landing directly on him, the animal had wandered onto the weak structure, which couldn't support its weight. His wife, sleeping beside him, survived, leaving behind a bizarre and tragic tale of death by falling livestock. Chainsaw on a ladder in Germany 2015. A man trimming a tree while balancing on a ladder with a running chainsaw lost his footing as he fell. He landed on the active saw, suffering fatal wounds. A grim reminder that power tools and poor balance don't mix. Death by eating live cockroaches in Florida 2012. In a roach eating contest, a man swallowed dozens to win a pet python. But after gulping down a large one, he suddenly choked and collapsed. The insect's tough exoskeleton blocked his airway, making this a horrifying case of winning the contest but losing his life. Death by elephant selfie in India 2017. In a reckless bid for the ultimate selfie, a man ignored multiple warnings and approached a wild elephant in an open area. Oblivious to the animal's agitation, he turned his back to pose for the photo. Just as he clicked, the elephant felt threatened and charged. The massive beast trampled him in seconds, leaving bystanders in shock. A brutal reminder that wild animals aren't Instagram props. Trying to stop a car with bare hands in Russia 2019. When a man's car started rolling downhill, he panicked and chose the worst possible solution. Instead of jumping in and applying the brakes, he ran in front of the vehicle, attempting to stop it with his bare hands. Physics didn't agree with his plan. The car knocked him down effortlessly and rolled right over him. Sadly, the laws of motion are unforgiving. Death by electric fence prank in Germany 2018. A drunken dare turned into a deadly mistake when a man looking for laughs decided to urinate on an electric fence. Expecting just a mild shock, he underestimated the high voltage coursing through the wires. The electric jolt was so strong that he collapsed instantly, suffering cardiac arrest before anyone could react. Turns out electricity and bodily fluids don't mix well. Mixing up superglue and eye drops in Thailand 2020. In a horrifying mix-up, a woman grabbed the wrong bottle while reaching for her eye drops. Without looking, she squeezed super glue directly into her eye. Blinded and in sheer panic, she hyperventilated, which triggered a sudden heart attack. By the time medical help arrived, she had already succumbed. A tragic example of why checking labels can be a lifesaver. Death by eating a slug on a dare, Australia 2010. Trying to impress his friends, a teenager took on a bizarre dare to swallow a live slug. Laughing, he downed it, expecting nothing more than disgusted reactions. What he didn't know was that the slug carried a rare parasite called rat lungworm. Over time, the infection spread to his brain, causing severe neurological damage. After years of agony, he finally lost the battle, proving that some dares are simply not worth it. Climbing into a lion enclosure for a selfie in India 2016. Ignoring every safety warning, a man decided to jump into a lion enclosure at a zoo, hoping to snap the ultimate selfie. Visitors screamed as he posed just feet away from the deadly predators. The lions, startled and territorial, wasted no time attacking. Within moments, he was mauled to death. His last photo. A tragic reminder that some risks aren't worth the likes. Death by sticking head out of a moving train in UK 2019. On a scenic train journey, a man wanted a better view of the passing countryside. Ignoring multiple warnings, he stuck his head out of the moving train. Unfortunately, he didn't realize they were approaching a narrow tunnel. The moment the train entered, his head collided with the solid concrete wall at full speed. The impact was instant and fatal, proving that sometimes the best views are the ones seen safely through a window. Death by getting stuck in a clothing donation bin in Canada 2019. Late at night, a woman attempted to steal clothes from a donation bin. She climbed up and reached inside, but the bin's anti-theft mechanism trapped her at the neck. Struggling to free herself, She was unable to breathe and suffocated before anyone could find her. What started as a petty theft ended in a tragic and unusual accident. Death by rocket seat jet mechanic 1999. A jet mechanic working on a military fighter jet was performing routine maintenance when he accidentally triggered the ejector seat. The high-powered mechanism, designed to launch pilots to safety in emergencies, blasted him straight into the hangar ceiling at deadly speed. His fate was sealed in an instant, turning a simple repair into a fatal miscalculation. Laughing gas overuse in UK 2021. A TikToker, in search of viral fame, decided to inhale an entire helium balloon in one go. Instead of laughs, the stunt deprived his brain of oxygen, causing him to collapse and suffer fatal brain damage. It was a tragic reminder that some internet challenges are better left undone. Death by GPS miscalculation in Canada, 2011. Late at night, a woman blindly trusted her GPS while driving in unfamiliar territory. The device directed her onto what she assumed was a road, but was actually a frozen lake. As she drove forward, the ice cracked beneath her vehicle, plunging her into the icy water. Trapped inside, she drowned before help could arrive. It turns out, sometimes it's best to trust your own eyes over technology. Death by bungee free base jumping in Norway 2019. An extreme sports enthusiast wanted to experience the ultimate adrenaline rush by base jumping off a cliff. He assumed his parachute would auto-deploy upon descent, but it didn't, plummeting hundreds of feet. He had no time to react before crashing into the ground. What was meant to be a thrilling stunt turned into a fatal freefall. Vending machine tipping over in USA 1988. A college student, angry after a vending machine ate his money, decided to tilt it forward to shake out a free soda. Instead of a drink, he got crushed under the full weight of the machine, which fell directly onto him. The 750-pound machine delivered the ultimate penalty for impatience, death by trying to swim across a crocodile river in Zambia, 2017. In a reckless display of confidence, a man made a bet with friends that he could swim across a crocodile-infested river. Despite warnings, he jumped in and started paddling. Moments later, multiple crocodiles dragged him underwater. He never made it to the other side, leaving his friends horrified and with a bet they wished they'd never made. Death by playing with a loaded grenade in Russia 2017. A man found a grenade, thought it would be fun to take selfies with it, and even pulled the safety pin without throwing it. He sent a final photo to his friends just before the grenade exploded in his hands, killing him instantly. Authorities later confirmed that alcohol was involved, making this an explosive example of what not to do when you find military-grade weapons. Death by firework helmet in Germany 2022. To celebrate the new year, a man taped powerful fireworks to his helmet and lit them while wearing it because what could possibly go wrong? Within seconds, the fireworks detonated, causing a violent explosion that decapitated him instantly. Witnesses were left in shock, while authorities confirmed that alcohol and extremely poor decision-making were involved.